I'm Dylan Black. You know what? In today's marketplace, the experience is everything. Let's find out what GraftOn has to offer. Joining us right now, we have James Lauber, Director of Business Development, GraftOn Incorporated. Good to have you here, James.
Thank you very much. All
right, so GraftOn, give us a bit of the history of GraftOn Incorporated.
Well, GraftOn has actually been around since 1995. It's hard to believe time flies so fast. But we started off as a project management software project management company. Over the years, we discovered that communication is the primary thing that derails projects, and therefore we had an interest in communications. We discovered this course called High Performance Team Building, and it's such a game changer both personally and professionally that I decided to buy the franchise and bring it to Ottawa.
Wow.
Share it with as many people as possible.
So then how long has the franchise been in Ottawa?
We're in year 4 now.
Year 4, and things are going well?
Things are going incredibly well. It's really information that everybody can benefit from, and that's, I think, why it appeals to so many.
Okay. So what is the information, though, that you're trying to help people benefit from?
Well, it's the brain science of how communication works, how people interact with each other, and that goes back to core strategies that are developed at a very early age. The more we're stressed, the more we default back to our core strategies. But what we can do, and this is what we've synthesized down, is we can learn to intercept those native reactions and control the way we choose to perceive things, therefore control the way we choose to present our return back to people, which influences the way that they respond to us, so things can get better.
So you're basically high-performance team building.
Exactly.
That's what you're doing. Okay, so can you tell us about some of the key misses that happen in modern business?
Well, I think 2 of the key misses are the experience is more important than ever, and the cost of low engagement is surprisingly high. There's studies that show that the cost of low engagement is 10% of our annual salary. That is a huge number for most companies. That is... I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Fair enough. Okay, so but there's 2 key. So you were saying that the surprising low cost of employment engagement, and then the importance of the experience as well. That's something that's missed.
Exactly. And what I was trying to say is low engagement is seen as people that arrive late, leave early, take long lunches, and generally just don't produce as much as they could. So that's how you identify low engagement. And the cost of low engagement is very high.
Those long lunches are killing.
Those long lunches are killing us. Yes.
What about reward levels that happen as well when it comes to engagement and experience?
Well, when your employees are more engaged and they're developing better products and they're presenting that product to your customers, your engagement of customers is increased. And that is brand loyalty, and that is referrals, and that is how you get a competitive advantage.
Okay. What does the value of investment mean to you?
Well, the value of investment to me is the cost-benefit analysis, which is how much do we have to spend in order to get this training, for example, that is going to give us what kind of a benefit. Now, if we look at the cost of salary, or 10% of the cost of salary as an annual loss, and then recover that by this investment, which costs less than 10% of an annual salary, then that's a cost benefit. Added to that, we've qualified for COJG, Canada Ontario Job Grant funding, which is our clients can apply for up to 83% return of their cost of investment in the first place. So now your cost recovery goes from less than a year to less than a quarter, and those benefits go on for indefinitely.
Wow. That helps out in a big way.
It does help a lot.
Okay, so do you want to give us like a real-life example, real-life transaction where people would understand this, maybe in more like everyday terms?
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah,
yes.
okay. Good.
Well, imagine you're at work, and what you find at work is that there's an individual who's really difficult to work with, doesn't seem to pull their weight. You would perceive this person negatively. So we were talking before about perceptions. What we perceive is what triggers our response. So if you perceive a person negatively, you're going to be triggered with a negative-based response, which is then what they're going to be responding to for you. So let's stop and decide to exercise a little control, which is what we demonstrate. you still have a person who's difficult to work with. You perceive them as difficult, but you stop and say, maybe there's a reason. Let's bond. Let's find out why. And what you find out is that this person is just having a difficult time in life at this moment, and therefore they're unintentionally being negative.
Yeah.
And therefore, you, instead of coming back with a negative-based response, you come back with a more compassionate and understanding-based response, which is now what they're responding to you with appreciation, and now you can build a bond and you can start working together much more effectively.
About 30 seconds left. How does the program work? When do the programs happen, the courses?
We customize it for every client. It's delivered in 4 3-hour sessions in a core content segment, which is over 2 weeks recommended, and then we come back a month later for a 90-minute refresher, and that goes on for the next 4 months after that. So we engage for a total of 5 months because these are habits that have to be formed over time.
All right. High-performance team building, GraftOn in Canada. Thank you very much, James Lauber, for being here today.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate your time. Okay. More Daytime coming up in moments on Rogers TV.